the most relaxing time of any set, when you finally actually get set up. And, oh, thank you so much. It's very nice. Oh, look at that. Okay, now we're. Oh, I wish that my hair was long and wispy and blowing in the breeze.
Flowing locks,
yes.
Peter.
What was that?
I get it, kid. I get it. I'm right there with you.
So we're the Misery Jackals. We're from Akron, Ohio. Well, thank you, one person.
Greetings. Thank you all for coming out.
You don't have to clap for that.
Yeah.
We got a couple hours of stuff here.
Yeah, and
Wait, is everyone else sitting?
We're all sitting. We're all.
yeah.
It's an intimate experience.
No. I wouldn't know what to do with it if just like, closer to you. Stay here. I look like the interpreter over here. Just stay here.
bite it, Peter.
Bills a picking, beans a grinning.
So, our set list has the wrong song for the first song we're playing.
Don't be here
So everyone in the band knows.
Yeah, we're gonna start off.
It's going to be called Misery Jackal. The band started in 2008. And as like many bands, they want to, we got to write a song about the band name so that we can kind of explain what it's all about.
It
right?
was. I wrote it because of We Are Motorhead. They had the song We Are Motorhead, We Are Motorhead. Or however it goes. Basically, that's it.
I need to turn my amp on.
I thought, we should have a signature song.
It's way on the low.
So our first song is called Misery Jackal. And
Down low by the power cord.
we'll talk a little bit about it more after the song.
The little red light. What's that?
All right.
Banjo, oh my goodness.
Good.
Yep.
So anyways, Eric, you remember how this one goes?
I think.
1, 2, 10, 9, 8. You guys ready?
I is ready.
You guys ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So, what can you hear? What can't you hear out there?
More vocals? No vocals. No vocals.
You can't hear vocals?
I can't hear vocals.
I can't hear them
now,
either.
but it's just-
Can I hear wagon wheel?
Oh, man.
He's gonna get mad.
We're done.
He's gonna get mad.
All right, fix the vocals real quick.
Want me to do something with my corner?
Much has been said of the trumpets of your animal. So, we're gonna turn something up here to try and let me do it.
Well, how does it work? I don't know how
All
it
right,
works.
let me.
So, I guess, yeah, let's,
Turn it on and see if something.
I tried to ask my son to help tonight, but oh, look at that, Timmy. That's we got feed. Turn it up till it feeds back, and we'll just play over it. That's what metal bands do. Yeah. Hey. Hello. All right. Yep. That's it. And we need equalization to make that not happen, to ring out the room. So we just need a couple of professional sound techs coming here to make this happen. But we got us. So yeah. Hey. All right.
La.
Yeah. It is a nice breeze.
Can
All
you,
right.
is there a knob for that monitor to maybe come up a little bit more? or no?
There's no knob. I could find no knob. It just goes
There's
to
no
the
knobs.
headphone. I don't know.
Knob.
I did everything I could.
I'm the knob.
The fact we have any monitors at all is a miracle. So,
Okay,
yeah,
yay.
yeah. Okay. All right. Hey. So that last song was I don't know. You couldn't hear the lyrics probably, but they're pretty dark lyrics because the band name was kind of based upon some dark stuff. Bill had a cop one time say he must be a misery jackal, which is a weird term. I've never heard it. Never met a person who has heard the term before. And he called Bill a misery jackal, and he came home one night from work and said, we were looking for a name, and he says, cop called me this today when I was at work. And I was like, that's brilliant. I loved it. And then I had to write a song about that. So it was a very dark song. But anyways, trust me, it was. And so this next song is the first song that we actually wrote for the band. And we had been trying to sort of mess around with traditional bluegrass and stuff just to sort of learn some stuff and whatever and play something together. And Bill had the idea for a band like this of some sort. And we said, well, we have to write an original song. You know, we're clearly gonna have to do this. We can't just play, you know, Mountain Dew forever. So essentially, this is our Mountain Dew. But again, in Misery Jackal fashion, I thought to myself, well, you know, I'm not just gonna write any song. I'm gonna write the dirtiest song I could ever think of. And this song's pretty dirty. If you can hear these lyrics, hope you're not offended, but. 1, 2, 1, 2. When I was just a baby, about the age of 3, my mama said, "Don't be naughty, keep your hands off your pee-pee." But I just couldn't understand that something bad that feels so good. Figured if I couldn't touch it, I'd find someone else that would. Well, then I was a little boy, about the age of 5, when my teenage babysitter guys can't hear the vocals out there because you're still here. But that's okay. If you don't mind, we don't mind.
We don't mind.
Cracking similar.
Nice combo.
So this next song, what Beaner didn't describe earlier was that my job was a criminal defense attorney.
I'm the criminal.
Well, yeah.
We all are, Ben. We've all
But-
been there.
That that Chicago cop called me a misery jackal because he saw attorneys working with criminal defendants and just everyone being miserable, and the attorneys are just basically there feeding off of that. Well, I had a guy. He was terribly addicted to crack cocaine.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't him.
Not this guy.
Anyway, that inspired this song. It's called Crack and Similac. It's about cocaine and baby formula.
1, 2, 3. Woke up this morning, my baby's crying, my head is burning. I ain't got what my name, and it's always the same. So I walk out in the rain to the store. Walked in the store to get a fix for my kid, and I put that kid under my coat, and then I make like a ghost. Then I find a place in the dark to ease my pain. So I smoke all this cocaine. He's my favorite dealer. I said, Freddie, I know me some more crack. Maybe we can trade for this civil life, where I'll be on my knees again. My shoes empty. Junior, the time for school. I hope someday you'll understand. My daddy was a diaper stealing man.
He was too.
All right. Thank you. I think we're doing all right. We're gonna be okay, Bill. I'm gonna go tune my guitar real quick. Tell a story about the next.
Well, all right. So this next song, if anyone's familiar with downtown Akron, there's a street in Akron called Mill Street. And there's a mill there. It's called Quaker Square. And I used to work there. And one day I was crossing the crosswalk there at Mill Street, and somebody just ran me over in the street. And actually, it was before I was gonna play a show at the old North Side, which is now called Jilly's. I remember my arm hurting a little bit, but I made it through. But anyway, it inspired me to write a song. And it also has to do with people in Ohio. They don't like to stop for crosswalks. Unlike on the West Coast, if you've ever been out there in California, they take it really seriously. Like if they see someone coming to a crosswalk, I mean, people stop.
Hey, stop right now!
Exactly, just like that. But not here. So you're taking your life in your hands if you're trying to cross the crosswalk and you think, oh, well, I got the right of way, I can go. Are you ready, Beaner, with your new guitar?
Yeah, I'm my brand new tuned guitar.
Well, all right. This is called Mill Street Crosswalk. It goes like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. When you come through a town of my own, there's a crosswalk by the mill. The workers get up at 5 o'clock in the cars come down the hill. The cars come down the hill. The crosswalk has lights and signs, and it even has the lights on the ground. But cars won't stop in Ohio. No, the road is on the stone. The road is on the stone. The Mill Street Crosswalk, they'll run you down, they'll run you down. The Mill Street Crosswalk, they'll run sorry as down. Run sorry as down. Hey! Still walking here! Trying to kill me? What the hell? Take your load to the left. Take a little look to the right. Watch yourself, son. Be ready to go, or you'll never make it through the night. Never make it through the night. Beware if one stops for you, and then they wave you through. Another car will come the other way, and in the street will live. Dead in the street will live. Music crosswalk, they'll run it down, they'll run it down. Music crosswalk, they'll run sorry down. Down back to the ground. Yeehaw! That's the Mill Street Crosswalk. Man, it's dangerous there. How are you doing back there?
I'm fine, it's all good.
You sound good.
Steve, can you hear my box?
Look, everybody You're like twice as loud as
It's not playing no wagon wheel on here.
Anyway, this next song, Doghouse wrote, and I'd like to tell you.
So yeah, this called this one the Ballad of Charlie Johnson, and it was back when the United States had military forces in Iraq and Afghanistan, and all my dad, all my uncles, both sides of my family, they all served in the military, and yeah, thanks for your service, guys. This is a hopeful song. But it just seems like there's a fan right there, Misery Jackals shirt. So I sat down and I got to thinking, I'm like, man, we are just always in a military action or a war. And it's just like, is it ever going to end? And I thought, there's probably a guy that has been killed in every war that the United States has been involved in and be reincarnated and come back and fought in the next military action and got killed in that one. And then it's so on
Wasn't
and
that the
so
plot of the Wolverine movie?
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, Wolverine.
So I Googled the most generic name I could think of, and that was Charles Johnson. And there are numerous Charlie Johnsons that have fought and either survived or been killed in every military action the United States has ever been in. So this one's for all the Charlie Johnsons out there. Well, my name is Charlie Johnson, and it's 1865. I gotta keep my head down if I want to stay alive. There's a Yankee on the hilltop, and he wants to see me dead. And
By the way, we are the Misery Jackals, in case anyone showed up late. And we are live streaming this thing on YouTube Global. Anyway, this next song is called Pirates of the North Coast. And as you can see here in the Jenks, they have canoes. I have a canoe too, and it's a 14-foot canoe, and I would go up on rivers, this Cuyahoga River, the Tuscarawas, and I kind of fish. Well, I'm kind of a pirate. I was taken away from my home, and here I am in Ohio. I'm not originally from Ohio. And I used to have poems that I wrote about this Pete McGee, so I made him my captain. But anyway, this next song is called Pirates of the North Coast. It's a pirate song. If I can remember. I will. I'm thinking of Mill Street Crossing.
No.
Yeah, that's Mill Street.
That's Mill Street Crossing.
Bill, you
If I
just
can remember. Or maybe I can't remember.
You just told him you wrote the song.
I did write the song, yeah.
Don't get old, folks. There's no future.
1, 2, 1, 2. So when the Misery Jackals first started, we made a friend here in Ohio, and our friend's name was Slack Eye Slim. Slack Eye Slim was a cannibal cowboy, and when we were forming the band, he kind of found us, and we liked him, and he liked us. And for a little while, we played some songs with him. And we played in Detroit, and we played in Akron. But anyway, we used to play a song with him. And this is a zombie love song. It's called I Want to Be Your Zombie. And we're going to play that song. And this is the only song we're going to play that someone else wrote. This was written by Slack Eye Slim.
used to sing that. I started doing. Remember in the beginning, Bill sang that. So I was like, a lot of these we haven't done in years, and we're doing them for you guys because it's sort of we're just trying to do a retrospective on our material.
Uh-oh, it's getting real. Bill's standing up.
Trapper Jack. Huh? Oh, it's like a song. Oh.
It's the song about the guy.
So anyway, Slack Eye Slim, he used to write songs about people all the time. So then we decided, oh, well, Slack Eye, we're going to write a song about you. So we wrote a song. It's called The Ominous Anthropophagus Slack Eye Slim.
I did.
We need to talk about the title a little bit if we're going to sit here for a minute.
That just means the very dangerous, people-eating. Why is this feeding back? Slack Eye Slim. Anthropophagus means.
Yeah, his is a little too loud,
eating.
Tim, and just back him off a little. Uh-oh, mine's gone now. That was me. There we go. Bill, just, yeah, there we go. There's, okay. You got something, Bill? You got anything?
I got it.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect.
I'm good.
Thanks, Tim. All right. Anyway, where'd Tim go? Oh,
Bass player.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. 2, 3, 4.
And it's still, to this very day, late in the
gonna do a song for you. It's called Trapper Jack. So I was out in my canoe, right? I was out in my canoe hiking through the woods in the Adirondacks. There's a place there called the St. Regis Canoe Area. It's where you can go hiking with a canoe for miles through the mountains. It's great. But I was thinking about a song involving a canoe and also involving oppressive government. And I was working on it for a while, and then...
Yeah, this was a long time ago before all this shit happened. Anyways, go ahead.
And so I'm sleeping in my lazy boy recliner, and it came to me, and I woke up in like anger and ran to the other room and wrote lyrics down. And then I went back to bed. But the song was done. So that's how this one was done. All right, this is called Trapper Jack. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3.
A round of applause.
Yeah, I thought John Entwistle had taken up the accordion, but he's back from the grave. But no.
But thank you all so much for being here tonight. We're really happy to have them here. It's our first time playing here at the Jenks. And if you've never been to the Jenks before, I just want to let you know that we are a listener-supported music venue. So I'm going to pass around the tip bucket. Please give these guys some love in the form of bills. Dollar bills, $5 bills, $10 bills, 20, 50, right? Whatever.
We'll probably spend it at Waffle House.
Yeah, maybe. So pass around.
Waffle House.
Going to the Awful House.
I like my tips scattered, smothered, and covered.
You know, when you get well.
Sound good, man.
While and thank you so much for tips. And we have CDs and stuff over here. But,
You guys have a Venmo.
we will accept PayPal,
I have it.
the Misery Jackals at gmail.com, but don't listen to him.
I have Venmo.
Don't listen to him.
We only take Bitcoin.
So, anyway, we normally don't talk this much. We usually just play, and we're usually not sitting down. But we wanted to take the opportunity here at the Jenks because it's a listening room, and I hope you can hear what we're singing.
You guys are an attentive crowd. We appreciate it. You guys are hanging out.
This song is called Josephine. Now, this song is about a Confederate guerrilla his name was Bill Anderson, and he was known as Bloody Bill. And basically what happened is he blamed the Union for killing his sister by taking her prisoner because he was out being a guerrilla. They captured his family, put her in a jail that they knew was an unsafe building, and they allowed the building to collapse on her and kill her. So he then went mad, and he was described as the most desperate man that ever lived. And his Bloody Bill, he had scalps around at the bridle of his horse, he had guns everywhere, and he hated the Union. So I wrote a song about him, because my name is Bill, so it made me interested. That's the reason. All right, Timmy, you can start this. Let's get the horses going.
Of your horses
charge, they are from every side. Up and down, I walk the line. Hot and cold, they are mine. Blood and bill is what they call me. And family is my all. They kill my sister. How you dare, fool? That's good.
That's a happy song.
All right, Boehner. This next song is about a friend of his. We're going to sing some songs about drug addicts.
Yeah, I'll tell a little bit about this song. So,
Oh, shit.
what, Ben? Do you have something to add to this discussion?
No. Nothing important.
Ben Entwistle over here. Okay. So, when we started the band, this was another song that we came up with early on. And it was sort of the vein of things that we were doing at the time, and we were drawing upon life experiences. And I had previously known a guy that apparently the story was that I heard that he used to race bicycles. And when I met him and when I knew the guy, he looked like a pretty svelte guy, and he seemed pretty in shape and stuff. But that ship had clearly sailed at that point. He had problems, and he had apparently been hit by a car while racing bicycles or something like that, wrecked a bicycle or something. And he ended up on pain meds, and then ended up, hopelessly addicted and whatever. And by the point that I knew him, he was always sick. He was always dope sick.
You're bringing the room down.
Well, that's what we do. We bring the room down. We're the Misery Jackals, and we called him Sick Rick. That's what we called him. Everybody knew him. That was sort of our name for him. He didn't like it, clearly, but we all knew him because he was always sick. We're like, hey, if you say, hey, Sick Rick, we knew who you were talking about. And I saw him one night tear apart a car looking for a rock of crack for I think 24 hours. He tore apart the car looking for a rock of crack. 24 hours. And
Was it located?
no,
Okay.
no, there was no
No
crack.
rock.
There was no crack to be had, and it really freaked me out, man, knowing that guy, because he was a good-hearted soul. He had just raced bicycles, and then he ended up immersed in a world of drugs and addiction. And so I wrote a song about him. That's the Misery Jackal way. And so I wrote a song about him, and it's called Sick Rick. 1, 2, 3. That guy who's always sick. Sick Rick, sick Rick. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. We try not to.
It's gotten worse.
You put a lot of work into it.
We know the right way to get.
All right, this next song is one that we haven't played very often. It's a song I wrote about my brother. His name was Patrick. And unfortunately, he was a thrill seeker, and he would do things like sit on the railroad tracks and rev his motorcycle and wait for the cops to come and then take off down the tracks. And then the cops would chase him, and then he would eventually crash and break both of his hands, and then we'd have to go and he'd ditch the bike and get away from the cops. But he did, and he did things like stealing from some lady's purse in church. And then he started doing drugs, and he didn't make it. And this one's called Patrick. It's a memorial to him. I think it's a beautiful song. It's very short and sweet, just like his life. All right, boys.
When you were just a child, the needles made you cry. And now that you're older, they're leaving you to die, leaving you to die. We once were a brother, you used to be a son. Laying 6 feet underground, dead at 21, dead at 21. You spent your last days hooked on heroin and hell. Jesus set me in before you went up on that hill, up on Pringle Hill. Patrick, you're dead and gone, we can't make you stay. Our love could not stop you from living the same way, dying on that day.
Yes, it's pretty nice. All right, thank you. Thank you very, very much. So, going back to that theme of government oppression, which is something we don't like. We wrote this song, it's called No Place for Children. No Place for Children, I remember working on the chorus for it. I was watching a Ken Burns documentary on World War II, and it was a European soldier, or an American soldier in a European theater. And the prayer that he said was, "Oh God, where are you? We really need you. And don't send Jesus. You're gonna have to come yourself, because this is no place for children." And wrote a song about it. That's it.
And he wrote a song about it.
Wrote a song about it.
3, 4. Vultures feast like kings, where the wind beneath the wings. Bow your head and everybody sing.
Beaner's feeding back, maybe?
Me?
That horn's pointing right at you, Dean.
The what?
That monitor horn's pointing right
I
at
know, but it's pointing right past this fucking mic. I mean, we should be good. That's how this works. I don't know, man.
Let's skip tomorrow into mortuary.
All right, so it's another great story.
Yeah, explain this one to
Yeah, I'm gonna explain this one. Can you guys understand any of these words out there? Can you understand the lyrics that we're singing? Because they're, kind of weird. So, and that's kind of the whole point. Otherwise, we're just, up here kind of playing shitty music for y'all. But so this next song I wrote for our second record when we, well. A friend of mine, a really cool artist on the scene, he has a great book collection, like, people do. Cool people have cool books, right? And you go looking through their books and you're like, hey, what the fuck is this? What is this book? And I found this book called, what was the book? Now I can't remember. I'm confusing it with Terrence McKenna book, which is not the right. Anyways, it was a compilation of stories of various sorts that were a collection of short stories by various weird situations and scenarios. That's some of the weirdest shit you could find. And the one story was about a female necrophiliac, which is apparently a pretty rare occurrence. Statistically, usually men do those sorts of things. And typically men are in that field, and typically,
This is why we don't usually talk between songs.
So, I read this story and I'm like, holy shit, this fucking story is pretty far out, man. And so this chick, this young girl, was caught molesting or whatever corpses. And anywho, I wrote a song about it. That's what you do, You write a song about it.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
We just write songs about the stuff that happens in our lives.
It's kind of backfires on you every now and then. You're really having a bad day, and someone says, "Hey, why don't you write a song about it?" And it's like, you know what? Fuck you. But it's gonna happen. We'd be better off not to know. We'd be better off not to know. We'd be better off not to know. We'd be better off
already bought. Ready for skunky? No. Mud flap?
Never. No, I'm never skunky.
Okay.
It takes a minute.
So Beaner has to get ready because he's got a special tuning in this next song. It's called Skunk Ape, which is about Bigfoot. And we've had our encounters with Bigfoot. And we've had our really distant encounters too. We tried to find him multiple times. And you know, when you're looking for Bigfoot, you just don't find him. He's not there. But when you're not looking for Bigfoot and you're just kind of like trying to sleep in your tent and have a nice evening, that's when Bigfoot comes, makes himself known, and steals your Gatorade, and then runs off with it. And you know, people don't come in and out of the water so much, but Bigfoot, he does come in and out of the water. And that's how we know when Bigfoot steals our Gatorade. So, this song is called Skunk Ape. It's worth the wait. I hope. How you doing, Beaner? Get that skunk ape guitar all enchanted so that the skunk ape might come out?
Yeah, this
Well, all right.
secret, ancient Chinese secret, huh?
keyboard sound like shit? I'll try less.
So,
That was the best sound right there all fucking night.
It's because it's got electricity.
electricity. So this next song, Doghouse Timmy wrote. It's a truck driving song and a love song.
Yep,
Something that you might not have known about Doghouse is that he loves truck driving
I
songs.
do. Yep.
He hates truck drivers.
Hate truck drivers, hate trucks. Love the songs.
So this is a song that he penned about that cruel girl that we see on the mud flames.
1, 2, 1, 2. Wait, I forgot. Wait, we gotta do the whole intro. Bill wasn't on. I thought we would be cool and dive in. Okay. Hello, everybody.
Welcome back.
One, two, 3, 4. When I was just a little boy, running through my daddy's shed, looking for my grandma's pen and magazines. Well, I found something better, a girl with no sweater. She would come on my wildest dreams. But that girl sat on my dreary world. You know you are my every fantasy. I knew she wasn't real, but when she made me feel, made me want to take her home with me. Take it, Bill. Now that I am a trucker, a Billy Midway motherfucker, and she pours Jamie Roo in my life. Well, no one can compare that girl with silver hair, the only gal that's even for a wife. Love that girl, want you to share my world. Come on, girl, and hitch a ride with me. A girl every turns had, but that don't make her bad. All that she is riding home with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Jenks on guitar.
She's riding everywhere, lean back without a care. Tongues are flapping in the breeze, that's how we like to do it. Comes all the way from China with the shiny chrome vagina. And met a girl that's fine and one black girl. Love that girl that really rocked my world. But they ain't a woman I need. With such style and such class, and a tattoo on her ass with my name on it. One fly girl with my name on it. One fly girl with my name on her ass. One fly girl.
So, you probably couldn't hear it enunciated, but the greatest rhyming line in musical history is in that song, and I wrote it, and I'm very proud of it. She comes all the way from China, has a shiny chrome vagina, never met a girl who's finer, mud flap girl, so thank you very much. You're welcome.
The genius of Doghouse Timmy, thank you very much.
That's my favorite line
My
too.
God, that's
The genius.
So this next song is, I don't know if, this is pretty common or current events. So there was this Amish guy, and believe it or not, his name was Samuel Mullet. And he was like a high elder in the Amish community, and he decided that some people were doing things he didn't like. So he went and shaved their beards off, and shaved the women's heads, and got in trouble for it, went to prison. And I wrote this while he was in prison. And then years and years later, we're sitting around joking, and we came up with other beard-related songs, and we decided to slap them together. So this is called The Beard of the Lamb and Samuel Mullet's Beard Bandits. In the beginning, the Lord created two genders, man and not man, and it was good. And then the Lord proclaimed, when man knows not man, for man is to grow a beard, because it is an abomination unto the Lord for man to have a clean shaven face. And so man grew beard in thanks and praise. Well, come around, brother, and listen to me sing about the beard of the Lamb. Come around, brother, and listen to me sing about the man with the beard. Blessed be the beard by the beard of the Lamb. Blessed be the man with the beard. Blessed be the beard by the beard of the Lamb. Blessed be the man with the beard. The sun's long gone, it's that time of night. Don't have to turn out the light, 'cause he ain't got one. Everyone's asleep, they're all counting sheep. No dread in their heads, all snug in their beds, and soon will change. Out of the night, they came with a fright. Scissors and shears in their hands and hate in their eyes. So close enough. Right, Misery Loves Company, next one, right? Yep. Misery Loves Company. So, it's that. I know. Can we turn that off by any chance?
The speaker?
No, his mic. He's not using it anymore.
La la.
Yay, that's gonna help a lot. Okay.
Chick, chick.
Maybe not.
I told you.
Let me try like that, maybe. So, this next song, I've been out of town a while. I've been doing a lot of traveling. I've been in a lot of places over the last 10, 15 years with my wife, living in a van and a bus in New Orleans 5 winters in a row. I lived on the streets of LA. I lived in Venice Beach. That's a song coming up later. So many things in so many places, and you know, we've had a lot of great times. We had a lot of dark times, and of course, I wrote a song about it. And it goes like this. It's called "Misery Loves Company." 1, 2, 3, 4. All this worrying and suffering will soon cause me to die. The best a man can hope for is to sometimes get away and pray the Lord is merciful and sends an early grave. Misery loves company, so share the drink with me. Listen to the notes now of the melody. The sun will be rising soon. We got hell to pay. Misery loves company, so won't you stay? I know your daddy hurt you. I know he makes you cry. And all this worrying and suffering will soon cause us to die. The best that we can hope for is to sometimes slip away and pray the Lord is merciful and sends an early grave. Misery loves company, so share the drink with me. Listen to the notes now of the melody. The sun will be rising soon. We got hell to pay. Misery loves company, so won't you stay? The last mile is getting low, but not as low as me. I have no hope or prospects for as far as I can see. They closed the mine 10 years ago, and most folks moved away. So I just run my daddy's hill and waited for someday. Something never came. Misery loves company, so share the drink with me. Listen to the notes now of the melody. The sun will be rising soon. We got hell to pay. Misery loves company, so won't you stay?
It's not in a channel. It's like it's just got a feed from there and it's powered and we got it cranked up. Got it.
All right, so This next song is called Doggun Machete. And the song came about with me just writing, I want to write a song about a dog, a gun, and a machete. And then after some time went by, it kind of developed into itself. This song is called Doggun Machete. Ready, boys? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Doggun machete.
What's your time looking like, Tim?
Time to buy a watch, Bill.
It got stolen in Akron. Oh, we have half an hour.
I think we're right on
Okay.
schedule here.
Yeah, let's just keep it going then.
Yeah. Or do it.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We're streaming live on the YouTubers, and this is something that we've never done before. A ton of songs and a ton of stories behind the songs, and appreciate y'all hanging out as long as you have. Some old friends there, some new faces, family, and appreciate y'all coming.
Family too.
So this next song is I mentioned earlier, I spent some time in Venice Beach and California and LA, various places. At one point I hitchhiked the coast all the way from San Diego up to San Francisco and back. And at one point, I was at some homeless shelter in Santa Barbara. They had this really nice facility there people called La Casa Esperanza, which means the House of Hope in Spanish. And it was a really nice place, and some of the people there, they were elderly people there and whatever, and I was talking to this one cat one night, this old guy, and he'd been through Vietnam and through all this shit, and there he was. This was it. This is what he got. And he said, hey, he said, this is my retirement. This is it. And he said, hey, you know, you can't really beat it. It's poverty in paradise, he said. And I wrote a song about it. 1, 2, 3. Well, we lost our house in Cleveland. Then our van got towed. So we grabbed what we could carry and we headed down the road. Then we stopped by Ahmed's Bowling Loan and sold him Grandpa's gun. And we bought 2 tickets for E to me in the land of the setting sun. Now we're living in poverty here in paradise. 3 odds in a beachfront spot for a bargain price. Singing in the sunshine, sleeping in the sand. As the town was bumping shadows hiding in hand. Well, we lost our house in Ohio, but our van got towed away. Bad luck in the economy brought us out this way. Well, we don't care what people say and if it's wrong or right, 'cause we got everything we need to get us through the night. Now we're living in poverty here in paradise. 3 odds in a beachfront spot for a bargain price. Singing in the sunshine, sleeping in the sand. As the town was bumping shadows hiding in hand. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Watch out on the promenade, get fish out on the pier. Let me talk to all the surfers about how the end is near. Well, we don't care about funny looks and what rich folks might say, 'cause we got each other and a bottle of wine. We think we're here to stay. Now we're living in poverty here in paradise. 3 odds in a beachfront spot for a bargain price. Singing in the sunshine, sleeping in the sand. As the town was bumping shadows hiding in hand. Well, the water might be dirty, but the sky is always blue. And every night we watch the sunset over Malibu.
Maybe Drew, let's skip that one. Let's move on.
Let's skip it.
Let's skip it. Let's skip it. Move on.
Come on in.
We're skipping, here's Drew.
Okay, no, not more. Really? All right. Well, this next one, back years ago, I was already old and I decided to go back to college. And I took a Spanish class that was doing really well for a while until I got some engineering involved, and then it was too much shit for me to deal with. I'm like,
And now he works for me.
yeah, not for long, Ben. Not for long.
Yeah, for the
anyways.
moment.
Yeah. Anyways, so I took a Spanish class, and at one point I got the idea to try to write a song for extra. I actually needed extra credit because I screwed up and I didn't do some shit. And I was like, well, I'm gonna have to butter this teacher up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna write a song about it. So I wrote a song in Spanish, and I had her check it out. She said, yeah, that works. And she tweaked a couple things, and that's the song. It's about a little stray chihuahua. It's called La Muerte por el Perrero.
All right, so this next song we've never played before in public. It's probably the saddest song I ever wrote. And the first time I played it for these guys, Tim said we have to give the suicide awareness hotline number as a...
Yeah, you might need some counseling after this song, folks. I know I did when I played it the first time.
What literally trying to scare people off all this?
It's about losing pets. It's about pets and losing pets. All right, boys, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Pets are not just things you have. They ain't just like friends, neither. Can you name a friend that never talked to you? Well, my boy never had to say a word. Pets are closer than anyone else. They know just how you feel. The way you move, the way you smell, the way you look, the look. They know the real you. Oh, yes, they do. 3, 4. I lost my boy. He's gone and will never come back. I lost my boy, and now a part of me is gone. Sure you love your mama and your papa, your husband or wife, but it ain't the same. And I can't tell you why, but my boy can without ever saying a word. He accuses you for their life, for reasons you will never know. You are their everything, they love and never judge. The only thing they want in the world is you. To be with you. He's gone and will never come back. And now all of me is gone. He's gone and will never come back. I lost my boy, and now all of me is dead. Wipe your lips and take your lap and sleep and clean your knees, brush the hair, feed them, pick up after them, love them and talk to them without ever hearing a word from them. You both know what you want and what you feel, without saying a word, not a word. Out of my house, birds to the little house. It'd be better to lose everything I own. I'd rather be struck by lightning or drowned by a wave than with my soul. And then when that fateful day comes, a piece of you go with them too. You gotta hire a hitman for the guitar in your arms. The best thing for them is on its way for you. But you gotta do of me is dead.
Hey, you guys sound I'm gonna roll it. Okay.
So, we're the Misery Jackals, and we played on a submarine lately. It was cod, actually, just like that shirt up there. So, we're getting ready to play this show.
Jason over there brought the whole family.
So we're getting ready for it, and one day I just said to these guys, I want to write a song about the cod. I love the cod. And about an hour later, I shared a recording with these guys, and they're like, oh, wow, okay, well, that sounds good. Let's try it.
We liked it.
It's my new favorite song.
So my voice is not doing well. I'm going to try my best. But this is called Codpiece, and it's about the USS Cod. Whatever you're ready for.
On March 21, 1943, USS Cod was sent to sea, commissioned in June with Jim Dempsey to the land of the rising sun. All hail the
So Ben wrote a song.
I wrote a
Ben
song.
wrote a song, and we're playing it.
The story behind this song is, I think I was high and this is all I had to eat. Shit, I had the munchies. That's the story. All right. This song's about my favorite snacks. And they wanted to record it, so I said, okay.
Strawberry sandwich,
minutes.
10 minutes? So we got a couple more.
Zamboni and family. We got time for those two.
Ooh. I fell roller skating a couple weeks ago and it torqued my wrist up. And, ooh, man, it's actually coming back.
Yeah, he was roller skating.
Yeah. Ain't y'all roller skating? Yeah, right on.
That's what he called.
Go out to Springfield Lake and I'm going to go down to Canton tomorrow night, probably. North Canton is cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, don't I need a capo for this? Yes, I do.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Let me capo my keyboard.
Where's your guitar tech tonight?
What's that?
Where's your guitar tech tonight?
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah.
Ah, damn, he got thrown in jail again.
Yeah. I'm not going to be happy till I have a guitar tech.
So this song is about a Zamboni, which is that machine that goes out on the hockey rinks and smooths out the ice real nice. And has a tendency to break down sometimes, and it's not so fun. So we wrote a song about that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. This next one we just recorded for our next record. I wrote it quite a while ago, and we just kind of messed around with it. I wanted to write a very traditional country ballad based upon the idea of an abandoned car left out in someone's yard. We've all seen it. You see a car out in someone's yard rotting away, and it's kind of considered an eyesore by the neighborhood and the community and whatever. But it's maybe a vintage vehicle. It maybe had some promise. It maybe maybe someone had some plans for it or whatever, and eventually someone comes along and takes it away, and you never see it again, and whatever. And my dad's first car was a 31 Ford Coupe. He had it on North Hill when he was 12 years old back in 1955. He would have been driving around North Hill at 12 years old in his 31 Ford Coupe that he got running, and he used to drive his friends to school and charge them $0.25 a day to take them to school. So I wrote this song kind of based upon that idea, and it's called Car in the Yard. 1, 2, 3. Grandpa gave them his old car as a wedding gift. He'd had it freshly painted blue. A 29 Ford in which my mama was born back in 1932. Daddy drove that old car to the tire plant till it would barely shift or steer. Until the plant closed down and my daddy died, and he left it sitting here. That's my daddy's Model A, pushing daisies and rusting away. Then the new neighbors complained and the city came out and asked me what you gonna do. With my shotgun in my hands I stood my ground and I said a thing or two. You see, I'd always planned to restore it one day, but then one day turned into years. Since the plant closed down and my daddy died, and he left it sitting here. That's my daddy's Model A. Nice to see you all have a good day. Henry Ford, the common man, he ain't out working day. Like a flywheel on a four-banger, he's spinning his way. Then the city came back with the court order in hand, 2 deputies and a flatbed. I tried to act my best at my wife's request, but my face was turning red. She said, "Don't start no fight." I said, "They got no right. Who the hell do you think they are? Coming on my land and forcing my hand to sign away my daddy's car." That's my daddy's Model A, on a flatbed and rolling away. The car is gone.
Yeah.
The eyesore is gone now. You can all feel better now. Now the HOA can cool their tits.
All right, everyone, thank you. We're the Misery Jackals. We got one more song, and this one is called My Family. And we used to do a lot of touring around, and we looked at everyone that came to our shows as part of our family. And that's what inspired this song.
I thought of him as a cult.
You have a cult, we have a family. But anyway,
We're meeting in the woods later.
thank you again for everyone for coming out. Thanks for anyone watching on YouTube. Our first attempt, I guess. Okay, you know. I'm ready.
1, 2, 3, 4. We're going broke just to survive. We're all going to fucking die. You're working to deny. You are my family. Only you. You are my family. All we have is you.
see us. Thank you.